Hey guys, happy 2015, happy new year to everybody. Hope everything went well for everybody. Starting off another wonderful growing season. Today I just want to share a video with you guys, kind of give you some ideas of some of my likes and dislikes of growing in the greenhouse so far this year. As you well know, I've tried some different things this year. I always try different things as much as I can to see how they do. So I'm going to go down the list of those things that I've had success with and things that I've had failures with. I believe that'll, kind of put everything into perspective as to what I will be growing in the future and what I won't be. So y'all just sit back and I'll take you on a little tour and enjoy the video. Okay guys, if y'all recall a couple of videos ago on my Christmas video, you saw me cutting collards. And I cut every one of them collards that there was available. And if you'll see now, just a couple of weeks later, this just goes to show you right here, what collards will do, they will regrow if you leave the stalks in the ground or however you're growing them. Just cut the lower leaves off, leave a couple of newer leaves right in the middle right there, and the plant will regenerate. I'm not sure, we're gonna have some really cold weather coming up here in the next day or so. We're gonna be down like in low teens, possibly upper single digits. We'll see how they do after that, but just thought you guys would be interested to know that. For those of y'all that don't realize that collards will regenerate, here's a good example of it. And they've regenerated quite well just in a couple of weeks. Haven't done an update in the raised bed cabbage here in a while, guys. Probably the reason why is I haven't been real impressed with the outcome so far. I don't know if I got them out too late or what, or possibly if y'all watch some of my videos back in the summer, at the end of the summer when I closed out the raised beds, you will have noticed that I had grub problems in these beds. I supposedly got them all out. Not sure if they've come back and it's something stunning the growth on this cabbage or not. Some of them are heading. But the heads are just kind of small for whatever reasons. Like I said, I'm not sure if they got to a point there. You can see some purple leaves on some of them, which would indicate cold weather. Which cabbage is a good cold weather tolerant crop, but I'm just not sure what's going on with them. But when I dig these things up later on, when I get ready to close this bed down or whatever, we'll definitely check for grubs again. I can't explain it, but there's just a few of those cabbages ready to harvest that are maybe heads probably the size of a grapefruit maybe. I got bigger heads than that growing them in the Kratky system in the greenhouse, but just something to keep in mind right there as well. We'll follow up on it and see if we can determine what caused the stunted growth of these things, and I'll definitely keep you guys posted on that. So yeah guys, as you can see, this stuff here, I know it's sitting on a bench probably about 18 inches off the ground, something like that, but you can get an idea of how big this stuff is. This right here, this broccoli leaf kale is definitely, in fact I'm getting kind of worried about my bucket. I'm afraid it's going to bust my bucket before I get it out of there. Really amazing. We haven't needed, this is all the kale we've needed, and as you can see there's still plenty on it. It's finally starting to bloom. I'm not really concerned about that because I've tried any of this stuff all the way around it from the bottom down on up to the top right there, and then none of the leaves are bitter or anything like that. So it's definitely, that's definitely a keeper right there. I mean, you can grow one plant for your family and you're done. Guys, I'm going to show you right here. You can see why I would be concerned. You look at that tape measure right there, the stalk on that broccoli leaf kale is about 1 3/4 inches in diameter. That's a pretty big stalk right there. That's tree size, so that's why I'm concerned about the roots in my bucket. It may bust it, I may have to replace it, I don't know, but we'll find out. Like I said, the eggplant, beautiful. Shows no signs of deficiency whatsoever. Plenty of blooms. I don't understand. The only thing I can figure, like I say, is maybe the cool nighttime temperatures are not allowing it to produce, because they say that's a factor with eggplant. The nighttime temperatures need to be a minimum of like 60 to 65 degrees, and sometimes it goes down to, I mean, it has gotten down to 55 in here at night. I I'm not sure if that's a factor, like I say, but you know, just giving you guys some ideas of things that I've tried to let you know what I've had success with in the past and what I haven't had. It's kind of, you know, base your growing if you're going to do a greenhouse or something other like that. That's why I try different things, you know, all the time, just to see what you can and can't do and what's successful, and you know, that's all you can do, and then that way you know your rate of success of what you can do inside your greenhouse. But anyway, I'm still gonna let these things go until, you know, pretty much time to take everything out and see what they do. I'm not gonna give up, you know. That's how it goes. And same deal with the mouse mounds, guys. I'm not sure. I think probably a combination of the heat and the lack of pollination. I don't have any bees, and I can't get these things pollinated. So, like I say, this will be a couple items that I will, you know, move to the outside gardens in the spring, and we'll see how they do outside. But as far as greenhouse, I will not do these again in the greenhouse. Plant's doing fine. It's got plenty of little mouse bones on it. I just can't seem to get it pollinated. So, like I said, that's just another, you know, just an example right there of something that just did not work out. So, you know, we'll go from there. Okay, guys, and my other, it's not exactly a experimental flop. This celery has done pretty good. But considering, you know, if you take the comparison between this time last year, and I'll show you a picture of that, the celery, you've seen it in previous videos. If you take a look at that celery versus, you know, what's going on in here, there's quite a bit of difference in it, and so I probably won't do Dutch bucket celery anymore, but I will in fact go back to the Kratky that worked very good. Because this is definitely worth growing. I know there's some controversy on the saying this is a novelty item and this and that, but I disagree with that wholeheartedly, because I've done too much success with it. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there have too. But this is something I won't do again. I won't do Dutch bucket celery. Okay, guys. One more success here that I want to talk about. You know, we don't want to talk about too many failures now. The Kratky strawberries doing really beautiful. Like I say, this was something I will definitely try again. This is my first time ever trying them. You might want to go over and check out the Austin Family Garden channel and Brock Hughes channel, and if y'all want to see some real strawberries, y'all go over and look at those. I'll put some links in the description box of their channels. But yes, guys, this is a keeper here for sure. Okay, guys, you'll notice that both of these beds are emptied right there. I believe I mentioned in my Christmas video that at that time I did not have any seed starts yet. As you can see right there, I do have some that are just about ready to get in there. I'm trying to feed them a weak solution of nutrient mix right now, and then we're gonna get them planted out. I know that looks like a lot of holes for a few plants right there, but I was explaining the room that the head lettuce, particularly the iceberg, was taken up, and so I'm going to cut that down. I'm going to just put 4 of those plants in one of these beds, and then I'm just going to do I've done some more round Dutch cabbage since I had such great success with it. I've got some more of that started right there, and I'm going to do that again, and we're just going to do 4 heads in that last bed over there. That was the bed where the broccoli and the cabbage were in. So I had 4 heads of cabbage in there. You guys recall that, as you can see right there. Had 4 heads of cabbage in there and 2 broccoli plants, and they all did magnificently. So that right there will be something I will do again, and I'm going to do again. The only thing that you have to watch out with these bigger plants, it'll be a little better this time because I'm going to reduce the number of plants that I've got in there. Like I said, I know you see a lot of holes there, but I've got it that way purposely so I can space things accordingly in there depending on what I'm growing. You know, the other ones I just leave them blanked off with some net cups with Hydroponics in them to keep the sunlight out of the holes, so that the nutrients don't grow any algae inside the beds. But anyway, those were very successful, and going to definitely keep doing those. So you guys can keep that in mind. Like I say, you got to watch your nutrient levels in there when you've got big plants in there that draw a lot of nutrients and a lot of water. You have to keep an eye on it and don't let the nutrient level get too low in there. Also, I've noticed as far as a nutrient hydroponic perspective that the nutrients seem to get drawn up more with these plants than say like the tomato plants. The tomato plants are drawing up more water than they're drawing up nutrients. So it's a totally reverse ball game right there. The cabbage and broccoli and such as that, they're drawing up the nutrients as well as the water, and tomato plants not so much so. So you have to keep an eye on your TDS levels and make sure you keep everything up to snuff so it'll grow. Of course, this stuff is using the nutrients, but it doesn't need an abundance of them at one time. So if you follow what I'm saying on that. And real quick, guys, this is this is about all I've got left in this lettuce bed here, where there's Caesar and the romaine lettuce. As you can see, some of it's getting tall. It's about to start bolting on me, so I'm about to take this out of here. We're just gonna bag it up in Ziploc bags and get the air out and put them in the refrigerator, and they'll keep, for a week or two in there without. That's just a tip for you too. They'll keep for a week or two without getting wilted or going bad on you. But you probably don't want to keep them any longer than that. If it starts getting really soft or whatever, then it ain't gonna be any good to eat. But we have been able, by my experience, that's been the best way to keep the lettuce, as far as I can tell anyway. So maybe that's another tip y'all can remember. Okay guys, that's gonna about wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Like I said, just a little video showing you cans and can'ts, do's and don'ts of what my experience I've had in the greenhouse, growing in here, for about the last 4 years. Just a lot of trials and errors, things like that. I mean, that's the only way we learn, and I like to share that information with you guys. So you say, well, hey, Keith wasn't able to grow your eggplant in that. That don't mean you shouldn't try it. If you do it and do it successfully, hey, I want to know about it. I mean, let me know, shoot me a video, and I'd love to see it. Like I say, if you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, I'm always open to anything, guys. I don't claim to be an expert on this stuff, and I don't know everything. So there's a lot more of you guys out there that know a lot more than I do. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for being loyal friends and supporters through my first YouTube year. This is my first year in a couple of months, I guess. But it's really been fun, and we've learned a lot together, and hope we can continue to do so, Lord willing. But thank you guys once again, and I hope you have a great 2015, and we'll see you next time.